Okay, so Daragaz lags. He's got to sort this out. I'm not sure why this always happens at the start of games. It's got to be pretty annoying for everyone else playing. Anyway, spawning in the bottom right as the yellow Terran, we have Trump from Team LGN, and his opponent is TandemFelix, spawning as the purple Terran in the top left. Yes, yeah, so it's cross spawns on Tal'Darim Altar. I've never seen TandemFelix here play before because I don't know if I don't think he's part of Team LGN. He hangs out in our channel and he's a really high Masters League player, so he's like a good opponent for Trump to play against. So I think that's why they're playing. I'm not sure if he's on the team or not, but I don't think so. I don't know. I think we only have 12 players. Anyway, both players are opening with identical builds, which I suppose happens in TVT. Well, especially at this stage of the game. Happens pretty frequently. Oh no, Jim's lagging now. Man. Everyone's lagging. Okay, let's see, where were we? So, looks like Trump is 1 or 2 seconds ahead of his opponent. This is always great. What do I do for sound? What is an easy way for me to do sound? Anyway, so more importantly, we have our first deviation here. Looks like Trump is not getting his gas geyser yet, whereas Felix here has gotten his geyser and he's starting to mine gas. So this could be indicative of going for Hellion opening, or it was a little bit late gas, so he's not going to have enough to make a factory. So he'll probably throw down a Tech Lab, actually. I'm totally wrong. He's probably going for, some Marauders in the early game. If he was going for Hellions, this would have been before the barracks. Although since he's making 2 Marines before getting an add-on and he's not getting any other barracks, he could actually be doing this just to buy time until he gets 100 gas and then making the factory. So maybe I'm not wrong. We'll find out yet. And there's the factory. Sweet. Interesting. I haven't seen this before, the 2 Marines before factory opener, but I guess this is not a bad idea. He throws down the second gas. Meanwhile, Trump did a 1 Rax expand, and he's throwing down 2 additional barracks. If he only has Marines, then unless he gets a big enough ball of them to basically one-shot Hellions, Hellions could pose a pretty significant problem for him in the short term. And if he goes for a starport next, looks like he's getting that reactor to go onto his factory. But he started this reactor pretty late. Anyway, so if he gets a starport next, he'll be able to start doing drops and throw Hellions in 2 places at once, and it'll be extremely annoying. I know Slayers loves doing Hellions, or they used to. I haven't watched them play in a while, but most of the Slayers players did a lot of Hellion plays in TVT, and it worked really, really well. Okay, looks like he's starting up. He's not going Hellions, but he got this reactor. This is just confusing. So he's got this Tech Lab here. So I gotta see what he makes here. Is it gonna be? Looks like he spent his gas on a siege tank, so he's going siege tanks. And he's throwing down a proxy barracks here. This is a really late proxy barracks, but it's perfect for lifting it up and landing it inside Trump's base. Trump, he hasn't scouted over here, but even if he went and scouted it earlier, he would probably think, okay, there's no proxy, and then not check it again for probably another 10 minutes. And he'd be very, very surprised when suddenly there were a bunch of Marines that popped out and killed all his SCVs. So we got a quick siege tank opener off of 1 base out of Felix. A lot of Marines. I think it's kind of interesting. Meanwhile, Trump got the quick expansion, which I think that gives him a pretty significant advantage because they have basically the same food count, but Trump's income is significantly higher, and the longer that this stays imbalanced like this, the better it's going to be for him. He's going to move out for a pretty scary timing push, I think. I don't know. I think Trump's got enough Marines, but this could be a scary timing push with this siege tank, because he can siege up outside of Trump's base, of course, and then there's nothing that can really run out there and kill the siege tank as far as Marines go. And he's got this barracks for either quick reinforcement or for spotting. So if he sieges up right here, this barracks is, it's essentially an air unit, so it gets him vision up here, and he can harass these SCVs, which is pretty cool. Looks like Trump is going to try to go for the flank on the other side. He has the Marine advantage by a couple of Marines. SCV's tank damage, wow, he's going to focus down this tank, neutralize it, and then hopefully he has enough Marines left over to kill everything that's left over down here. But there is another siege tank now, so Trump's going to need some more Marines to deal with this. Uh-oh, siege tank is ready. He's going to kill all of these Marines. Oh no, Trump! Ah! He does pick it off, but he cost himself a ton of Marines, and he doesn't have a bunker, so with Felix having the higher Marine count, he's in a pretty strong position to do damage here. But Trump does have his starport on the way. Meanwhile, Felix is still going off of one base. He hasn't thrown down a command center. He hasn't thrown down any additional production structures. So, oh man, Trump, you gotta get these Marines out of here, man. So this barracks being annoying again, forcing Trump to pull off some workers, and he's just gonna land here, and he's pretty much safe. So I think once Felix sort of gets himself established here, we'll have to see him throw down this command center, because even with doing some damage and delaying mining like this, like he's forcing mining on these 3 patches only, Trump still has more income, and he's still got 2 command centers. So he either needs to kill Trump really quickly, which could happen, or he needs to expand and get some more production. Looks like Trump is going to lose this command center though, so it's very quickly going to be one base against one base in a moment here. He does have 4 barracks, so he should be able to pump out a lot more Marines pretty soon. And Trump is down about 13 food, which is not good for him. Although he's got some medevacs out, and these are I think a real game changer in the battle against tanks, because now he can pick up his Marines and drop them on top of the sieged tank, which means it pretty much negates all of the tank's damage as he's running in there, and he can cause some serious friendly fire. But this could be too many Marines. Trump lost too many Marines to the siege tanks earlier. He's only got, he's got like 9 of his own versus nearly 30 of his opponents, and his opponent's got 3 siege tanks. This is looks like TandemFelix is going to take this game, I think. Trump's got his first siege tank out now, but he doesn't have siege tech done yet, and he's not in position, so he's going to unfortunately lose. Either he might have to lose both of these buildings, but he's definitely going to lose these add-ons. Yep, he calls GG.